Hey, what is going on, beautiful ladies that happen to be in this super exciting event? So I'm hoping that some ladies are able to hop on here while I'm live. I'm not sure if people will get a notification because Facebook's just a little bit janky like that sometimes. You won't always get a notification. But if you do happen to hop on here and you see me live, which means at the top left-hand corner, you'll see a big red sign that says live. And if you see that, then that means I'm live right now, real time, right? If you don't see it, then if it says I was live, then that means you're watching the replay. I would still love it if you could drop some comments, let me know where you're watching from, things like that. Let me introduce myself to everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angeli Robinson, and I was asked to, just pop in here and share a little bit of my story. And I took a little bit of notes down because my story is so amazing. My journey with Pure Romance has been so amazing that I could go on and on and on. And I don't want to take up that kind of time, but I am a 50-year-old mother of 5 and wife as well. My children are ages 30, 24, 23, 18, and 9. And I can tell you that I've done a lot of different things in my lifetime. I'm a retired recording artist. In my previous marriage, I was married for 16 years. My ex-husband and I ran a hardwood flooring business. And, it was good while it lasted until the housing market crashed and things just kind of got crazy, right? And, I didn't know that when I, came out of that marriage, I was somebody that was really unhappy. I was really unfulfilled and I wasn't really loving myself. And so I did make a very tough decision to get out of that marriage. It was very hard to do so because what woman wants to break up her family? Nobody wants to do that, but I needed to find me again. Right? So in doing so, me being, in the music industry, traveling the world and going on tour just really wasn't the best thing for me to be doing in order to be able to take care of my children. And so, I decided that I needed to get out of the business and I needed to find something else to do. I needed to find something that would allow me to be local, that would allow me to be able to work, from home, be able to be there for my kids. I didn't know what that was going to be, if I would find something like that. But, if any moms are out there, if you're a mom, do me a favor and just drop it in the comments. Let me know if you happen to be a mom or if you are a mother to someone, right? There are a lot of aunts, that play the mother role or sisters that play the mother role. And so I needed money right away. So I needed to do something. So I went and I got a job. Okay. So I got a job. I worked there for about 2 years. And I can tell you, I hated every moment of it because I just knew that there had to be something more. I mean, the money that I made was pennies. I mean, it was like $10 an hour. I think, commission based or what have you. But I don't even know if it was $10 an hour, but it wasn't enough money to really be able to sustain the lifestyle that I was used to living, let alone be able to take care of my kids. I was, there was a time where I was getting loans against my car, like those Title Max loans. And if you've ever gotten one of those loans, you know that it's a ripoff because you're paying like so much in interest. You never pay that loan off. You'll pay so much more money just trying to pay it back over time. And, just different things like that and borrowing money from here, there. I went through an eviction. I grew up middle class. I had never, ever experienced anything like this in my life. So it was a very, very, very scary time for me. And I do see that some people are watching. So if you are watching, do me a favor and say hello. So it always feels better when you're not talking to yourself. And just let me know where you're watching from. And also, think about this. Invite someone into this event. Somebody that you love and care about, that is a woman that is 18 years of age or older. You don't know if she may be interested in hearing what we have to say, but you don't know, she doesn't know until she's actually in here, right? Like, what is the harm? What is the cost of her besides a little bit of time just to hop into this event on tomorrow and just check out what it is that we have to say about what Pure Romance has done for us and what it also could potentially do for you. So, so I worked this job for like 2 years and I was just like, something's got to give. Hey, Tamla, what's up, girly? I just wanted to find something different, but I was 42 at the time. And I have one of my favorite quotes is, it's never too late to be who or what you might have been. But at 42, I was like, how in the world do I reinvent myself from being this glamorous, singer and traveling the world and doing all these things, being this upon a time business owner of this flooring company. Now I'm working in this call center, making pennies, like how do I reinvent myself at that age? And, I really didn't know what direction to turn to. And to be honest, if someone would have come to me and talked to me about, this opportunity of selling some products or, doing some telemarketing or some direct sales, just to be honest, I probably would not have wanted to give them the time of day, which some of you also may be feeling like, yeah, this is just another gimmick or another something that, is not going to pan out to be anything. I've tried this before. I've done this and I've done that and it didn't work out. Trust me, I know those feelings because I had those feelings. And I just don't, I'm just so thankful that I happened to be on Instagram one day and I saw the woman that introduced me to this business, and she was just talking about being in her mobile office. And for Christ's sakes, the woman was in a boat on the water and, in the back of her home talking about being in her mobile office. And this was a woman I knew when she was broke. Okay. This woman was actually my fitness instructor back when I was on tour. So she would get me in shape for me to go on tour and be able to sing and dance at the same time. We both were new in our industries and just struggling, trying to figure things out. So I knew her when she didn't have much of anything. And here I was, stalking her Facebook page, like, let me see what this woman's up to. And this lady looked like she was living a dream, right? And of course we see people on Facebook, we see them on Instagram, and all the things that we see are not real and true, right? But I knew this woman, right? We had history. So that gave me the confidence to say, I believe this woman is doing what she says she's doing, and she's living the life that I see that she's living. So I took a chance, right? I took a chance, and I'm gonna tell you, the opportunity that you guys have today or this tomorrow, you have it today as well, but for the event tomorrow, is that you actually get to come into this business and try it out at no cost. Like, the only thing that you would have to pay is just the shipping cost to have your kit sent to you, which was what, $9.99. I had to pay a little over $200, and I know the women before me paid thousands. I didn't even have that. Remember I said I had gone through an eviction. And if you guys are hopping on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I had gone through an eviction, so I was living paycheck to paycheck and just finding somewhere to live, which was just not what I was used to. Like, I had hit rock freaking bottom. So when this opportunity presented itself, I did not have the money. And my thing is, I have another saying, I believe that any woman that wants something badly enough, she will find a way to get it. So, no judgment. I actually borrowed the money. I borrowed the money from my then 16-year-old son that was working at Six Flags, and he wasn't doing anything with his money but buying really expensive tennis shoes while I was barely making it and affording for where we lived and things like that. Oh, I didn't mention also that I had gotten into a new relationship. I just had a new baby. What else could happen, right? So I said, you know what? If she could do this, speaking of this woman, her name was Dana Haynes. Thinking of this woman, if she could actually take her life from this place to this place, I can do it too. That was what I said. I can do it too. So I was like, okay, I didn't want to tell her that I didn't have the money. So I didn't tell her I didn't have the money, but I was just like, I'll call you back, right? So I went and figured it out. I told my son, I'm like, son, we're going to be rich. I was like, I need your help. Let me use your debit card. I need to get this kit to start this business. And then I'm going to pay you back with interest, right? That was what I told him. So I got this kit, and I'm going to tell you, girls, I'm not at all a conservative girl. But getting into this business, I had no idea what I was getting into. And I was nervous. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I had young kids. I didn't know about these products. Like, would I be bringing things into my home that would, cause an issue or expose my kids to things that they shouldn't know about yet? Like, I just did not have any idea. But my then, boyfriend at the time, now my husband, he says, it was just like, Jew, I will support you in this. And I said, okay. So got this kit, didn't know what to do. I got this box that came to my house, and I reached out to the person that referred me, Dana, and I was like, okay, what do I do? And so she sent me like this text with all these different things, and she's like, excuse Alexa. Alexa, off. And so she says, she sends me this long blurb, nothing like the training that you guys get now, right? But it was just this long blurb about do this, do this, do that. And she's like, I have someone that's doing a party in your area, go shadow them. I went to go shadow them and I had no idea what to expect at this party. Like, I don't know if you girls that are watching, if you are watching, you've heard of Pure Romance before. I had never heard of Pure Romance before, ever in all of my 42 years of living. Back then, I had not heard of it. But I was desperate, guys. I was desperate for change. I needed money. I needed freedom. I needed time. I needed my life back. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I was ready to risk it all. So I went to this party very, very nervous. And like I said, I'm not at all a conservative girl. And then I said, oh my gosh, like this is it. Like, this is girls' night. Like, this is what we do every day. We talk to our girlfriends. We get together on the weekends. We have a few drinks, some snacks. We talk about what's going on in our relationships, the good, the bad, the indifferent. We talk about our sex lives. We just talk about talk about all the different things. So I'm like, this business, I'm going to get paid to actually come in and facilitate a girls' night. I was like, oh yeah, I'm all the way in. I'm good. I'm all the way in. But I still didn't really know like what it took to book parties, like what it meant to refer people into the business if I wanted to share the opportunity. I just didn't know. But I knew that that this was something I felt like I could do. So just fast forward, girls, because I'll give you the short of it, because like I said, I could just talk about Pure Romance on and on and on and on. I had never in all of my life as a woman experienced love from such a huge sisterhood of women. Like, I don't know about you, but throughout my life, I've always experienced cattiness or jealousy or envy or strife from other women, from a young girl to an adult. But in this group of women, I didn't feel that. I felt supported. I felt loved. Hey, Ellen. I felt supported. I felt loved. I felt, I felt empowered. I felt like I mattered. I felt validated. I felt confident. All of these things, I felt like I could do anything being connected to these women. And I can tell you that I can reach all the way back to when I first started and reached out to one of the top leaders in the company. Her name happens to be Angela DiDona, who's in Dallas, Texas, where I am, and asked her for help. And she gave me help. Not knowing who in the heck I was, not knowing who I would be within the company, because I happen to be a board member and I'm up there right along with her. But I came in a quote unquote nobody. Nobody here is a nobody, but you feel what I'm saying, right? I came in brand spanking new, not knowing what I would do with my business, not knowing the title that I would hold or anything like that. And she treated me the exact same way, the very first interaction until our interaction today. To me, that's real. And that is very, very hard to find. That is genuine and very, very hard to find. And so I knew that I had found my space. I knew that I had found my niche. And just with training, which the training is phenomenal. Listen, going from my first party to where I am now, I'm a party queen, and I love doing parties. In this business, you don't have to do parties, but I love doing parties. And, I was nervous as I don't know what my first party, even being a singer that sang before hundreds of thousands of people. I was so nervous about doing this party, but the education is second to none, right? And just the support you get from the women is incredible. I feel like no one should ever fail in this business if they use the tools that are given to them. So if you're nervous about starting, it's normal and it's natural. If you are nervous about whether or not you're going to be supported and have all the information in the training, trust me, you will have more information than what you're going to know what to do with. Okay. Trust me on that. And so I want you to just take it all in. Show up tomorrow. We have a saying, you got to show up to go up. Okay. Show up tomorrow and just listen to what the ladies have to say. And if it sounds like something that you want to give a try, do it. Because guess what? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? I always tease and say, there's no such thing as the dildo repo man, right? Like nobody's going to come and take your products away from you. And we have something for everyone, right? You try it, give it your all. And if it's something that you feel just isn't your thing, then you can just walk away. but come in with, excitement, come in with a heart and a mind ready to learn and take in all the things. And if you commit to the process and just detach from the outcome, don't listen to any negative people or people who, because people, trust me, will try to tell you that you can't do this. You know what I mean? And you know why they tell you that? Because they're afraid to try something new. They're afraid to get out of their rut and try something different that's going to take them to a whole nother level. This business can do so many things for you. So I encourage you to invite someone, even if you're like, I don't think that, I really want to do this, but I know that you know someone that could use this. They could use the sisterhood. They could use the love and the support. They could use the education. I wrote down just a couple of things that I've gotten out of this business, and then I'm going to let you go. Because like I said, I could just go on and on and on and on. So I've done many things in my life, and this has been the one thing. I know that's right, Alan. Say it, girl. This has been the one thing that my mother, my own mother who gave me life, finally said to me that she was proud of me. I mean, I had been, in the music business. I had another flooring business, but I was always struggling. I was always struggling as an entrepreneur and always looking for help. And so my mother never really thought that I was doing something that was going to benefit my life in the long run until Pure Romance. And my mom is a tough nut to crack because she's one of those working class women that's always had a job, always had a pension, and she doesn't really believe in entrepreneurship, even though my father has never had a job and he's always been an entrepreneur. She was just like, I could never please her. And that was heartbreaking until Pure Romance. She finally said those words, and she says it all the time. Angie, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, what you're doing, how you're taking care of your family, how you run your business. Those words of praise gave me my mother. Alexa. Sorry. Alexa, off. Pure Romance has given me my relationship with my mom. It has allowed me to buy a home, my own home with my own name, nobody needing to co-sign for me or anything like that. Me putting all the money down, cash, okay, like $50,000 cash down on this house. I also am an author. So I also, wrote my own story, told my story in a book that I paid for. Again, another huge investment that I paid cash for. Also, I'm executive producing a reality show that's in the works right now. Again, that I invested my own money in, that I didn't have to go borrow from somebody that's going to hold it over my head. It's given me my time. It's given me my freedom. I'm here in my production room, in my home, in my PJs, talking to you. And I've been in my PJs all day, just, taking my time, preparing for my party this evening, and just, I don't have to get up every day and go to a 9-to-5. And that is what I live for. It may not be what you live for. You may be looking to do this just as a little part-time gig to make some extra money for the holidays or just to pay off some bills. This is what I live, eat, sleep, and breathe. I've traveled places. I've gone on trips, all expenses paid trips. It's given me my freedom. I have great friends, these women in the business that have loved on me, that have poured life into me, education, knowledge, just everything, confidence. I thought I was confident before Pure Romance. Oh no, I feel like I'm Superwoman today, okay? And I really owe it all to Patty Brisbane, our founder, to our CEO, Chris Ciccanelli, and to all of the beautiful leaders that have taken me up under their wing over the years. This knowledge that you get within this industry, within this business, you can take and use it anywhere. So this might just be the catalyst to help you get to what your passion may be that's beyond this. Get into this, stack your paper, make some money, and then pour it into whatever your passion may be. Maybe you want to have a beauty salon. Maybe you want to have a restaurant. Maybe you just want to travel. Maybe you want to pay off bills, pay off student loans, or what have you. This is the place to be. This industry is a $55 billion industry. And there are 3 vices that people are always going to find money for. And it is alcohol, tobacco, and sex. So what we're selling, we sell something for everyone, not just intimacy products. But I say that just to say we're never going away. 30 years and counting. We will be around through every recession, through every, just everything. And we're going to be around for it all because we will always have things that people will always need, want, and desire. So I look forward to you all showing up tomorrow. Like I said, invite a friend, tell someone about this opportunity. Even if it's something that you're thinking is not for you, tell someone else because somebody else might need this opportunity. Like, don't be selfish with it. You know, you just don't prejudge. Let someone else decide for themselves whether or not this is something for them. But I hope to see you as a part of the sisterhood. I'm in Dallas, Texas. If you happen to be in my region, you know, the surrounding areas, I hope to be able to meet you in person one day. I'm a hugger. And so if you see me, feel free to come up and give me a hug. And I just wish you all the best. One of the most important things, if pure romance isn't for you, I encourage you to find something that you love and do it so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. Because when you do what you love, it never feels like work. All right, guys, I've got to get ready to go spoil a hottie hostess. I've got a party tonight. But thank you so much for watching. And again, if you're catching this on the replay, just drop where you're watching from. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop those and I'll definitely answer them for you. All right. Love you much. And I wish you all the best. Bye.